Joe, Mark Teixeira's defense has really been a constant since he got here. How important was that play, not only in the eighth, the double play, so you didn't have to go to Soriano there, but also the last play of the game?
Extremely important. Tex has always been a Gold Glove first baseman since, even before he got here. He's outstanding, and he made another great play earlier in the game with the ball down the line where he got the runner at first base. And, defense can save you a lot of times, and it did tonight.
Any doubt that he was going to stretch and get that ball there to get the final out?
No, I didn't have any doubt. I mean, Tex is really good, in all facets of the game over there, whether it's, balls in the dirt, double play balls. He does everything.
Got the solo shot from Robbie in the fourth, but then you were able to manufacture some runs in the fifth in some big spots. Do you think that loosens your guys up a little bit when you're able to finally get some runs? Yeah,
I think it does. You get an outstanding bunt by Wise. You get, Russell gets hit with 2 strikes in a situation, and I think it does. So hopefully it just carries over to tomorrow.
What did you think of Hughes tonight?
I thought he was pretty good. I thought he used his changeup really effectively. I thought he used his fastball. I thought his curveball was pretty good tonight. So pleased with the way he threw the ball.
Joe, after the 0-for-13 last night, how big did Derek's hit feel with the bases loaded to get that game tied?
I'm able to put yesterday out of my mind. You might find that hard to believe, but I didn't really think about that. I started thinking about, we're going to get a big inning here, and, Grandy does a good job of just putting the ball in play and getting us that run. But, you look up with the way they're playing him, it's like they got 2 right fielders almost. I'm hoping he hits a line drive right over second base. Wisey might score there, but it's a big hit because it ties up the game and gives us, a little momentum going forward.
Joe, how reassuring was it for you for the bullpen to be able to hold a 1-run lead like they did tonight?
We've said all along we still believe we have the pieces. We've lost some guys that are important guys, but the one thing that we've been able to do here is when guys have went down, other guys have stepped up, and I believe they can do it. We're still missing David Robertson, and we should get him back, hopefully soon, and that will help our bullpen as well. But you get big outs out of Corey, Boone, Epley, Rapata. So, we believe they can get the job done.
To your left, Joe, Dave.
Joe, you kind of referenced it earlier for that 5th inning. Martin gets hit, you get the bunt signal, Derek gets the base hit. In the back of your mind, you must be thinking, we're going to get 5 runs right here.
Yeah, I did.
Because you thought things were breaking your way right there.
Yeah,
right?
I did. I think you always have to think positive in this game because there's too much failure in this game not to. And, if you don't, it's really going to wear on you and it's going to eat at you all the time. So I think you have to think positive.
Sweeney and Dave.
Joe, even without the big inning, do you think some of the breaks just went your way finally?
Yeah, we had some things that happened. You get the line drive double play, and in that situation, you get Russell nipped on the shirt. You get an outstanding bunt by Wisey. Some things went our way tonight. And I've said all along, it's going to turn. It is. It's going to turn. And hopefully this is the only time we go through it this season, but I can't guarantee you that. It's a long year, and clubs go through tough stretches.
Dave.
Joe,
standing up, Joe.
That last play was pretty tricky there. Were you nervous about that one, and how important was Alex's getting rid of that quickly?
Well, Alex has the ability to do that, and I think that probably goes back to his shortstop days, having to turn double plays and do things like that. But when it was hit, I thought it was an out. Alex has got a strong arm and can get rid of the ball quickly, and I thought it was an out.
Wally.
2 questions, Joe. Do I understand you to think that the rough stretch is over now? After
no, I didn't say that.
Explosion tonight?
I sure hope so, but I didn't say that.
The other thing is, I know we've seen it before, and I know the book says it's the right thing to do, but are you ever still surprised when they walk the bases loaded to pitch to Alex?
Well, you got a guy that's a ground ball pitcher, but I am surprised, because it is Alex Rodriguez, and you see that stat. He has 22 career grand slams, and geez, it seemed the one year they did it a couple of years ago, he hit a grand slam every time. I am surprised, but managers are going to play percentages, and sometimes they don't quite work out, but sometimes they do.
Hart.
Joe, do you get any sense that A-Rod in particular is up there trying to do too much in those situations? The runners are scoring.
I would hope not, just because he's been through it so many times. But I think Alex takes a lot of responsibility on his shoulders a lot of times because of who he is and what his abilities are. And sometimes you can try to take too much. I really haven't sensed that from him. I've sensed he's been very level-headed through this stretch like all of our other guys. But I think sometimes guys can take on too much responsibility.
Sweeney.
Joe, no matter how you get there, can one win just take some of the pressure off everybody?
I think so, Sweeney. It doesn't matter how it happens, you know. If crazy things happen and pop-ups are dropped, it doesn't really matter. You know, it can just kind of relax the guys a little bit.